All right, 100-95. The San Antonio Spurs getting the win over the Celtics. Celtics postgame live. Tom Giles, Chris Forsberg, Eddie House here with you. And the C's, again, had the lead at the half. Were able to hang on going into the fourth quarter, but it was Wemby and the Spurs making enough plays down the stretch to get the victory. Eddie, your opening thoughts on this one?
Oh, a hell of a game. That was a great game to watch. I mean, we didn't win the basketball game, but that was playoff basketball in the regular season. You know, we got a chance to see some playoff basketball in January. A lot of times we don't get the opportunity to see that, the way that they were competing, the physicality of the game, the execution of the game, and then sometimes the lack thereof, the execution that could cost you. But at the end of it all, I thought that we played hard, they played hard, but at the end of the day, Wemby, you know, he came up with some shots there at the end when the coach subbed him back in, and there was nothing we could do about it.
Yeah, I think about the last sequence before Wemby goes back in. You got Keita scrambling over for the great block. Derek White makes a layup. You get all the momentum, and then they sub Wemby back in. And, look, Baylor Shireman played an incredible game, but there's only so much you can do when you're giving up a foot of size. And so Wemby makes that jumper over him. I think you'll look back and you'll kick yourself. JB had a wide open look at a three-pointer there late, then the turnover. So, but a super fun game, and it's another reminder, if you take a step back, that's a team that should be there towards the finish line of the season, especially as Wembanyama's minutes go up. And the Celtics were right there with them. I'm sure the Celtics are going to kick themselves looking at the tape, but a lot of encouraging things tonight beyond the final score.
Yeah, Spurs second in the Western Conference at 27-11. Celtics had their chances, and you bring up that sequence, Chris, where Wembanyama goes back in. And, again, the Celtics had a three-point lead. They're up 91-88. And it's the offensive glass here. It's Luke Cornett.
Of course it's Luke Cornett.
Making it a one-point game. Then Keldon Johnson knocking down the three. That gave the Spurs a two-point lead. A 9-2 run by San Antonio, which was ended on this play here by Jaylen Brown taking Cornett, finishing with the left hand. Those were his only 2 points of the fourth quarter. Celtics able to tie it with that. But then again, you got Victor Wembanyama on the other end.
What do you do?
Nothing you can do there. And Jaylen, after missing that three, it's Wemby missing a three of his own, able to get a good look. Jaylen gets the rebound, and then De'Aaron Fox coming up with
no
the
swiping.
theft right there.
Man.
Fox finding Julian Champagnie. First one, no. Follow, yes. And the Spurs went up 4. Derek White hit a couple free throws. So, again, it was a 2-point game. But, again, there's that guy. He's just too tall. Victor Wembanyama with the finish, and they win it 100-95. Those 2 points essentially sealing it when it was 99-95. But, Eddie, when you look at a guy like Victor Wembanyama, how much of an impact did he have on this game in the fourth quarter?
I think he had an impact throughout the whole game, because if you think about it, whenever he was out there, it was like guys knew he was there. So normally you drive to the basket, you try to finish, you're going to get up to get the ball to the rim, and everybody was looking to get to the paint and then pass it out. Nobody was really looking to attack his chest because, I mean, he's 7'4". You know what I mean? He's super long, super tall. And, I mean, what you going to do? You know he's a shot blocker. So I think that his presence alone made us play a little different, especially in that fourth quarter. I thought we closed out the second quarter pretty good, but I thought that fourth quarter we kind of settled for threes when he was out there because, I mean, nobody wants to go in there because he's going to block shots.
Yeah, credit to the wings, from Shireman to Ugo to Jordan Walsh, all taking turns on him. That's not an easy assignment for an undersized team. But the end of the day is the height is just such a difference maker. And I'd be interested next time around when you see this team, how they adjust a little bit. But let's face it, the league has just got to recognize this is a problem for the long term, because Wemby's going to be tough to stop.
All right, again, 195 your final scores. The Celtics fall in this one. Taking a look at the homestand, they go 2-2 as win-loss, falling in the second night of a back-to-back here for just the second time this season. But just 40 points in that second half for the Celtics. They had 55 at the break, end up with 95. And you saw the graphic there, just 6 points down the stretch in the final 5 minutes. Drew and Scal, your thoughts on this one, which, as you described, was a playoff atmosphere?
Yeah, Giles, I'm glad you bring up the last 5 minutes because that's when Mitch Johnson pressed the big red button. He said, let's go French vanilla. We'll go with Wemby and Cornet. And, man, that is – how do you score on that lineup?
No, I don't know how you do it because Wemby has versatility. You kind of hope that he has to guard a perimeter player, and you're playing one-on-one against Cornet at the basket, and you know how difficult that could be. And what about the other end? You got Wemby going one-on-one from the elbow, taking crazy shots and making it, and you got Cornet crashing the glass. There's a reason why this team is really good. Wemby is a factor on every defensive possession. When you have the ball, you have to watch for him every time, and you have to move him around. And I think the Spurs are just much better at keeping him near the basket. A hard-fought game. I don't know what we could have done better. In the first half, if you really think about it, we made some pretty incredible shots. The step-back threes, the Derek White stuff, that's like not really sustainable, but we were right there. Could have won this game. So Celtics show a lot of heart, but you know, to answer that question of what to do with Wemby or Cornet or both of them, there's not really anybody that's figuring that out.
Yeah, well, don't forget, I mean, in the first half, I'm glad you bring up those amazing shots with the Pritchard finger roll and Jalen almost hitting the ceiling on 2 threes, and they both go in. But when you watch this Spurs team, I mean, do you feel like if Wemby can play 30 minutes a night, like they're legit, they can beat anybody?
Yeah, I mean, the playoffs are a different animal. There's more preparation goes into that. You can move guys around. I don't like their shooting, but here's another guy. De'Aaron Fox was awesome today. Jaylen Brown was out in transition. He's one of the best transition players in the league, and he got a clean pick on him. Yeah. He goes up and scores that. It's a different ball game, you know, those last 5 minutes. So I just think they're a real complete team. I love Castle. They just have, I like Dylan Harper. I think they're going to get a lot better. They could win a championship. It'd be a long shot for them to do it, but they have certain things in the NBA that are tough, which is 2 7-foot, 175, incredible defense at the rim. Would you say the defensive rating was 95 when they're on the floor together? So in a playoff series, if he could play 30 minutes, could be promised for a lot of teams.
And Mitch Johnson's very well coached. Or Mitch Johnson is a good coach. They look like a team that is a contender, you know, when you watch them play. So he deserves a lot of credit. And for the Celtics, you know, hard-fought game, good one. We'll be on the road, and everyone's going to Miami.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to
see everybody down there.
Just another long road trip. You know, all they're trying to do is replicate what they just did out west, but it's not going to be easy. You got some tough games, and we'll see how they handle it. People are now looking at the Celtics and circling it like, come on, guys, we got to be ready. This is not a gap year like everyone told us it was going to be.
Giles, Pats by 3.5. Pats by 3.5.
You're somehow going to go with the unbelievable push. They win by 3.5.
No. I'm just saying, I would advise that.
Okay, so you're laying the points is what I take there.
He's trying to take your job.
I mean, look, he's giving out predictions. All good for him.